What's up, guys? We're back. Welcome to my channel. My name is Naayantara, and this is Manifest with Naayantara. Hope you guys are good. Good morning, good morning, good morning, or should I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world and when you see this video. Hey, hey, hey. Anyway, so I really wanted to talk to you guys today about circumstances in your 3D reality. Why a lot of law of assumption coaches say that circumstances do not matter, why they say that, what it actually means, and also why it's important to use what you see as information and stay in the desired state, the state that you wish to realize and actualize into your 3D. So let's kick off with why circumstances don't actually matter. Guys, life is constantly changing, right? It's constantly in a state of flux. It never stays still. There are modifications happening all the time. There are shifts in yourself as a person. There are shifts that occur within your body every single day, month to month, week to week, month to month, year to year, right? The world itself is constantly recalibrating in order to keep itself in perfect balance. And the same thing is happening with your 3D reality. It is exactly the same. This is why law of assumption coaches say things like, your circumstances don't matter. What they mean is that life is constantly in flux. Everything is recalibrating, shifting, maneuvering, moving, becoming, growing. That's what happens with all forms of life. It all goes through seasonal adjustments and seasonal changes, right? So we go through spring, summer, autumn, winter, and exactly the same thing is happening in your 3D reality. So if you sit down and you really focus on a circumstance that is not pleasing to you, all that's happening is that you are fixated and stuck and not really realizing or seeing that this too shall pass. It is going to change. And this is why it's important for you not necessarily to not focus on it, we're going to talk about that in a second, but to change the way that you're focusing on it. I don't think it's necessarily always easy to ignore, just ignore it. It's not easy to ignore the 3D, especially if you're in some, pardon my French, shitty circumstances. What if they're shitty? What if they're real shitty and they're making you feel a little bit shitty too? It's going to be a bit more difficult to ignore it, right? So what I say, which leads me to the next point, and what I am doing and what I practice doing, is using the 3D as information. The 3D is showing you what you need to work on within yourself at all times. So if there is a circumstance that has arisen that is not pleasing to you, it's there, isn't it? It's happening in front of you in a tangible way. Okay, that's fine. It's okay. Take a step back from it. Take a deep breath. Take a step back from it. Try to view the situation with fresh eyes. Try to view the situation from a elevated perspective where you can say, okay, I'm not going to take this personally. Take your emotions out of it. I'm not going to take this personally. What is this trying to teach me? The universe is always at all times assisting you to reach the place that you truly desire to be. Always assisting you. Always wants to help you, to co-create with you, to lead, guide, listen, help. That's what the universe wants to do. So if you trust in the universe, it's going to be a lot easier for you to take a step back and just have a look at it from a different perspective. What can I learn from this situation? What is being mirrored to me? What are my dominant beliefs? What do I need to change? It can assist you with more clarity, where you need to dig deeper into your self-concept, which is your self-image, how you look at yourself, and change the things within you that you don't actually like because it's just being shown to you in your 3D. So if you can use the 3D circumstances as information, so you don't need to ignore it necessarily, but look at it from a higher perspective. What can I learn? Once you really do that, then you're going to be able to use whatever techniques work for you and put those in your daily practice, weekly practices, in order to create a new belief. Once you can look at your 3D circumstances from an elevated perspective and from a perspective where you can shift from being emotionally involved, where you feel like it's a personal persecution. Oh, why is this happening to me? You can say, okay, ego, I know. You can just go and sit down over there for a minute, judge and victim. The ego loves this stuff. It loves it. You can just go and sit down over there. I am from an elevated perspective right now. What is this trying to teach me? Sit down, write it down. What is it teaching you? By writing it down, it helps to structure some of those thoughts, all the things that you're learning. And then you'll be able to go from there to create affirmations or to use a technique to help you to flip those things and to impress upon your subconscious self the new beliefs that you want, because you don't want to see this anymore. You don't want this particular thing present in your 3D reality anymore. And once you start to do that, those things will dissolve. They're changing anyway. This is the thing. They're shifting and moving anyway, but they will shift and move to a point that is pleasing to you once you use the information you've got to your advantage. All that the 3D is giving you is information. This is why you don't need to ignore it. You just need to look at it from a higher perspective. In doing that and in learning the things that you need to learn to become the version of you want to be, then you can really set that version of you into motion and stay as much as possible in that aligned state. We are constantly moving in our states anyway, the same as life is constantly shifting around us, the same as the seasons are always changing. But by really saturating yourself with the new beliefs that you want to hold, you can bounce back when you see something undesirable so much faster. So this is why coaches say circumstances don't matter. This is why they say that, because they're constantly shifting, they're always moving. So don't get caught up. Don't take it personally. Take it as information. Don't try your best not to sit in your feelings about it. Tell your ego to go and sit down, take a pew, rest yourself. You don't need to be here right now. I am focusing on this. What am I learning? Learn, grow, build. Remember, you're the architect of your mind. You can do anything that you want. Absolutely anything that you want. I found that recently I get a lot of questions about recreating SPs and getting X's back and so on, and people just really want to relate one to another. That's really what we desire so much, because we have been separated from one another in our flesh and in our minds. Sometimes we feel like we're separated, so it creates that illusion that we are separate from others. I just want to remind those of you that are working on getting an SP or an X or whatever, you are not separate. They are within you. You are never separate. So, whatever circumstances are coming to you, use the information. Remember, life is constantly changing. There is nothing outside of yourself. You have everything within you to create what you desire. You are manifesting every minute of every single day. Choose what you want. Get into alignment. Don't take it personally. Step back from the emotion as much as you can. Remind yourself, Don't take it personally. It's just showing you what you need to work on. Trust in the universe that it wants the best for you at all times. Trust, 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 guys. Keep trusting. This is not necessarily always going to be easy, but it doesn't need to be hard either. You know? So, yeah, I ascribe to circumstances don't friggin' matter because they're always changing. So, remember that. Keep pushing, keep going towards your goals and your desires, and remember your power. Yeah, so guys, hit me up, leave me some comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think about circumstances not mattering. I've heard some serious success stories lately. I really have, with people that have actually realized circumstances don't matter and things are always changing. Yes, they really, really, really are. So yeah, leave me some comments in the comment section. Hit the like, share and subscribe buttons. Are they buttons? I don't know. Anyway, time for me to go. I love you all so much, and I'm probably going to make another video in a minute. Take care, guys. Peace out.